Tashima Dukes is a former foster child, behavioral specialist, and mobile therapist with more than 13 years of experience counseling children and families. She's also a motivational speaker and author of the book, Truth Be Told, A Foster Child's Recollection, and the new book, The Sins of My Father, A Journey Through Fatherlessness and Foster Care. She joins me on the phone line to discuss her books and her work as a foster care advocate. Good morning, Tashima. How are you?
I'm well.
Let's take it back to the beginning. You grew up in foster care, which is one of the motivating factors as to why you became a foster care advocate. Is that correct?
Yes. I actually grew up in foster care in California and also in Philadelphia. So I started out in foster care at the age of 9 in California. I had an argument with my mom on my way to school. My mom took a billy club and she almost broke my leg. So I actually limped to school that day. The social worker at my school called Child Protective Services, and they removed my sister and I from our home. So I spent some time in a shelter, and we kind of went from foster care home to home. By the time I aged out of the foster care system, I had been in 13 different foster homes. I actually became a social worker. I went to undergrad, and then I became a social worker, and I started working for the same foster care agency that placed me in foster care. So, and I think my first book, Truth Be Told, A Foster Child's Recollection, I wanted to encourage some of the children that I was working with, and that's the reason I wrote the first book. The Sins of My Father is really the sequel to Truth Be Told, A Foster Child's Recollection.
And tell the folks about Truth Be Told before we get into the new book and what that book's all about.
Truth Be Told really journeys my life through the foster care system. It talks about me surviving, me being abandoned, neglected, and then the triumph that goes along with that, me being a successful person at the end of the day. Many people who go through the foster care system, they look at foster care as a death sentence or a life sentence. So my message is really that being in foster care it's not the end of the world, and you can overcome a lot of those challenges. And
once again, I'm on the phone with Tashima Dukes. She is the author of Truth Be Told, A Foster Child's Recollection, and also her new book, which we're about to talk about right now, The Sins of My Fathers, A Journey Through Fatherlessness and Foster Care. Now, you already told us about Truth Be Told. Now, you said The Sins of My Fathers is a sequel to that book. So tell us a little bit about it.
The Sins of My Fathers, it really talks about my journey as I'm looking for my biological father. So there are 8 possible men who could be my biological father. And I grew up not really knowing and spending some years with one father and then finding out, this person is not really my biological father. So really looking for my identity and just being able to, make some sense out of my life, and also encourage the 24 million other children out there who are also fatherless.
Now, Sins of My Fathers isn't out yet, but the book is completed. Is that correct?
Yes, it's completed, and it was actually endorsed by the Philadelphia Tribune, and I actually just did an article with them. So, yeah, we're definitely on the circuit promoting it. We are getting ready to start pre-orders in several months. Okay,
but Truth Be Told, they can purchase right now.
Yes, you can buy it on Amazon. You can purchase it on my website, tashimadukes.com. Yeah, so that one's out there already.
So Truth Be Told, out in stores now. The Sins of My Fathers coming real soon. You'll be able to pre-order that book real soon. And what's next on your agenda?
I'm actually in Austin, Texas today. I just became a national board member with Austin Angels.
Okay.
So today is their national board meeting, and basically what they do is they work to support children in foster care. It's mentoring and really working to help those children and getting them to the next level who are in the foster care system. So I'm doing that. I do sexual abuse counseling in South Africa, so I'm back between South Africa and Philadelphia. and pretty much traveling around the U.S. Doing promotions.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're working on a self-defense video for some of the women who are in South Africa suffering from gender-based violence and things like that.
What is something that we as average Americans need to know about the foster care system, and does it need to be repaired? What can we do to help things out with the foster care system in America?
Well, one of the best things you can do is to support a child in foster care. Everyone may not be called to foster, so there's a financial obligation that you can lend a hand with, or you can step up and actually become a foster parent. From what I'm seeing in Philadelphia, California has 80,000 children within their borders, and Austin, Texas is right behind California. In terms of the problems that we see in the foster care system. So there's a major deficit out there in terms of how many foster parents there are. When I first entered the foster care system, my sister and I, we didn't have a permanent home that we could go to. So we ended up in a shelter for about 2 to 3 weeks until we could find a temporary foster home. So if someone is really in love with children and they believe that they are called to foster, they can open up their home. They can contact the foster care agency and get that process started to become a foster parent. Like I said,
you don't have to be a perfect parent to be a foster parent, but these kids just need help, man. We really do appreciate the work that you do. Tashima Dukes, once again, Truth Be Told, the book out in stores right now, also online, available for purchase, and be on the lookout for a new book coming soon, The Sins of My Fathers, A Journey Through Fatherlessness and Foster Care. And once again, give them the website and on social media if you do any of that stuff. And share that with the listeners real quick.
Yes, you can hit me up on Facebook, Tashima Dukes, Tashima, Dukes, Dukes. You can hit me up on Instagram at Tashima D, Tashima D. You can follow me on Twitter, Tashima D, or you can hit me up on my website, TashimaDukes.com.
There you go, TashimaDukes.com. Go to the website, go check her out. And once again, thank you for giving us some of your time this morning to talk about all the amazing work that you're doing, and best of luck in the future with all your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Mel.
Melz on the MIC.
What's up?
Now heard weekdays from noon to 3 on today's R&B and Old School. 103.1 KISS FM.